Separating Romanian mythology from historical fact is rarely an easy task. My next stop is Corbii de Piatră, or the Church of the Stone Ravens, which features ancient man-made chambers hewn into the walls of a cliff. Like the Sphinx, there are numerous schools of thought regarding its origin, but many historians now believe it predates Christianity entirely and has much earlier pagan roots dating back to Neolithic times. What a fairy tale landscape. I feel like I've ridden magically into the pages of a children's picture book. While looking around, I met a university professor who has been coming here since he was a child.
My parents, they grew up here. My father died 15 years ago, but my mother, she still lives around. She's just 62 years old, so she is quite...
Still a spring chicken. For people who live in this village, it seems to me that's quite young, isn't it?
That's true, yes. We are 2 brothers and 3 sisters, and we decided to leave for studies. For instance, I made a part of my studies in France, and then I was traveling to Denmark, and then I started to travel the world.
But you are unusual in the sense that you're a person who comes back and chooses to spend all the time you can in the village of your birth, where a lot of people in communities like this just leave.
This is also the situation of some young people here. At a certain point, we feel the need to leave in order to discover ourselves. But while coming back, you rediscover yourself, which is about places that you know, feelings that you have, smells that you understand.
And your identity is defined by where you've grown up and evolved. So
I think that it is.
You have to embrace it.
Yes. I have a grave here in this place.
You've booked a spot, have you?
Yes, so it's already
waiting, yeah. Well, I think if there was a slogan for this community, it would be, there's no rush. Because people seem to be living well into their 80s and 90s.
It's really an amazing place, and I think that this state of being amazed is given by the people. That they are still keep the traditions, and they are proud of this place. That's proud in a good sense. Proud of their place, of their neighbors, their families, and what they live on a daily basis, I would say.
To get a deeper understanding of the relationship between the caves and the church, I sought guidance from local minister 𝐂𝐻𝐿 𝐵𝐺𝐢𝐻.
Istoria acestui loc, acestui monument, este bimilenară. De acum 2000 de ani ni se spune de către istoricii care au cercetat cu deamănuntul locașul acesta, locul acesta, că primii creștini au folosit o peșteră naturală care era ascunsă în inima stâncii acesteia de gresie și au folosit-o în 3 scopuri. Biserică, loc unde se săvârșeau Sfintele Slujbe, ca ascunzătoare, pentru că atunci, în primele secole ale creștinismului, era o prigoană mare împotriva credinței creștine, și apoi ca loc de unde se propovăduia Sfânta Evanghelie. În 1300 avem de-a face cu pictarea bisericii rupestre, lucru care se vede și astăzi în biserică. Este cea mai veche pictură care se păstrează în România.
Numaiești, Cetățuia and Corbii de Piatră all have their origins pre-Christian, but they've all become very important spiritual sites. What's the reason, do you think, for this?
Noi știm din spiritualitatea înaintașilor noștri daci că ei aveau o credință monoteistă. Credeau într-un singur zeu atotputernic și, un lucru foarte important, credeau în înviere. Credeau în viața de după moarte. Pentru poporul român a fost o trecere foarte simplă de la păgânismul precreștin la credința creștină.
Thank you so much for taking the time to talk. It was great to meet you.
Și pentru noi a fost mare bucurie și mare plăcere. Și mai așteptăm pe la noi.
Mersi mult.
Corbii de Piatră is one of 3 cave churches that form a spiritual triangle in this remote part of Muntenia. For the final corner of the triangle, we have to head far off the beaten track to a solitary hill between Valea lui Coman and Valea Chililor, and overlooking the Dâmbovița River. At 880 meters above sea level, Cetățuia Negru Vodă Monastery has been described as the meteora of Romania.
Well, it's a bit of a stroll to get up here. It reminds me of the 𝐵𝐴 Valley in 𝐿𝑒ț and some of those villages in the hills. In fact, it's a bit like some Himalayan temple, especially with that music. It's a very mystical environment.
Built on the site of an ancient citadel, the rocks and caves carry carved symbols from the pre-Christian era.
Well, this region reminds me of 𝐂𝐡𝐚, where there are also prehistoric caves, now chapels, monasteries or churches. And what makes it so interesting is that these are just the ones we know about. I'm sure out there in the mountains, in the valleys, on the hilltops, there are others that people are either keeping secret or have forgotten about or are waiting to be discovered. And that's the beauty of Montaigne. And coming here, walking through these hills and mountains, who knows what you can find.
Lord.